Shalom, family. Coming to y'all today on one of my many, you know, nature walks out here in this land that was given to us by the Most High. Ooh, get out of here, bud. They's been following me around all day, man, or most of the afternoon. You know, these things up here. Anyway, so come, not through me, but, I just had to make myself small with this because it ain't about me. It's all about the Father, the Most High. Yeah, you know. So I had to make myself small so He can enlarge Himself again within me. You know, and as I was thinking about that, I asked myself, how are we making ourselves smaller for Him to enlarge Himself within us? You know, as we go throughout our days, here on this planet, here on this earth, you know, figuring things out, figuring out who we are and who we belong to. You know, like how are we making ourselves smaller so we can enlarge Him and He can enlarge Himself within us? You know, it's not about, oh, I'm right all the time or you're wrong all the time. You know, that's never bugs. That's never the main point of the conversation. It's always about Him and what He needs you to do. Because at the end of the day, He's gonna look back and say, hey, I needed you to do something for me, and you didn't do it. Whether it be from getting out here and, evangelizing to certain people, or going out here and bringing people in and, getting together in common unity. But I'm still figuring out what it is He needs me to do, But along the way, I also need to know I gotta remain humble. Gotta remain steadfast, devoted, and I gotta stand firm on Him no matter what. It's all about standing firm on His word, standing firm on Him, trusting Him, and knowing that no matter what, no matter how much stuff that the enemy throws at you, no matter how much stuff life throws at you, which is also garnered by the enemy, it's all about how much do you really trust Him? How much do you trust Him to be like, you know what? Let me depend on you, Father, to take care of me, to see me through this. Let me sit still and let me listen to what you say I need to do. Father, help me get through this. Not, Father, I need to get through this and I need to do this and I. Because the minute you get into that mentality is the minute you take the Father out of your life completely. Then, what? Now you out here without the Father. And we all know we can't function without our Father. So, I lost my father at the age of 11, and me being carnal minded or, worldly minded, I was like, yo, even up until now, I've been telling myself, like, I don't have a father. Like, I had a stepfather, he's no longer with us, but, I was always like, oh, I didn't have a dad growing up, blase, blah, yada, yada. But in all actuality, I had the greatest father that anybody could ask for. Like, like anybody could ask for. You know, not knowing, not having cognizance over, or not even thinking about that. It's like, man, I had the greatest father in the whole in existence of humanity, and not even thinking about it. So, and it hit me. It hit me several times, but it came to me again last week, 2 weeks ago. I was like, man, had I known this, I would have never been saying that. You know what I'm saying? I just got wrapped up in life instead of getting wrapped up in Him, the Father, the Most High, Abba Yah. You know, Tata Zombie. You know, Yahuwah. I keep going. So, I'll tell you what I won't call him. But that's besides the point. And His love is way, way, way greater than anything my little tiny mind, could ever imagine. You know, so I was like, and it's amazing. It's like, it's unfathomable. Like the amount of love that the Father has for us. Case in point, He gave His only begotten, the Messiah, Yeshua. You know, He gave Him for us. Which also brings me to my other point. I was like, oh man, I was the only child growing up. Not knowing I had a big brother who gave it all for me. Right? But knowing all this now and looking, it's like, yo, I'm here for a purpose. Granted, there are some times I'm like, I still haven't quite figured it out. But ultimately, I understand my whole duty is to fear my Father, Abba Yah, and keep His commandments. That's my duty. And to make sure the next person does the same. To fear Him and keep His commandments. All of them. They're not done away with. So, it's beautiful. Once you read and really understand and take yourself out of what you're into, unplug yourself from everything. Take yourself out of what you're into. Unplug yourself. And get into His word. Take yourself out of what you're into and unplug yourself and get into Him. It's repetition. You know. Today's the 8th day of the month of this calendar that we use. But I'm making my business to read a chapter of Proverbs every day. With that being said, I read the 8th Proverbs today. And it talked about wisdom. And it gets to talking about how wisdom was there with the Most High when He created the earth and placed it on the foundations. And how He loved wisdom so much. Even when He sent wisdom down with the sons of man. I started thinking again. This also sounds a lot like John 1, 1 through 14. I'll let y'all meditate on that for a minute. So, I'm gonna say that again. Proverbs 8, 1 through the end. I think it's 33 verses. 33, 34, maybe 36. My candy's in my bag. But once you read Proverbs 8, go look at John chapter 1, verses 1 through 14, and tell me, don't you see a correlation? Just sit there after you read both of those. Think about it. Meditate on it. You know, meditate on that word. Get to thinking. Then, if you want to do a little bit more thinking and meditating, think on the word dwelt. Look it up in the Strongs. Or tabernacle. Looking up in the Strongs. Get both the Greek and Hebrew translation. You'll see they're both. You'll see. You'll see. I don't want to spoil it for you. So, it's a beautiful thing to see how those two particular chapters of the book intertwine. Hallelujah. You know, if only I knew how to flip my camera around so I could show y'all do yourself a service. Get outside today. You know, I do your, here, look. It's beautiful. It's beautiful out here today. Get outside. Get you some sunlight. Get enough vitamin D. Don't stop. Only reason I'm covered up is because of the biting flies. They be stinging. But other than that, let the sunshine on me so I can get that full effect. I need all my melanin to recharge. I'm a walking solar panel, baby. All glory and all honor and all esteem and all reverence go to the Most High, Abba Yah, the creator of the heavens and of the earth, the waters, and everything in between. Y'all have a blessed day. Remember, get outside, get that sunlight, get that vitamin D. Don't be afraid of it. Do not. Love you all. Shalom.